Good girl. That's a good shrimp, right? Good girl. She is the sweetest little crocodile. Now we're just trying to work with them comfortably. Ooh. Danger, danger, danger. Woo! You do not want to make a mistake with this snake. So let's see what we can do. He's got a little gunk around his nostrils, and if I can pull off the scales right now that I'm wanting to do it. He's a little upset. Little Ziggy, you're the cutest, little Ziggy, oh, little Ziggy, little Ziggy, you're the cutest crocodile from the sea. Little Ziggy, please be chill for me. I have some food that will make your stomach go, food. Ziggy, Ziggy, oh, little Ziggy missed her shrimp. Oh, what is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to my wildlife. I'm currently hanging out with Ziggy the American crocodile, a beautiful ambassador species for the American crocodile. Crocodile is the cutest, one of my favorite crocs on the planet. Not just because it's one of the biggest crocs on the planet, but because it's a native crocodile in Florida, my home state here in America. I love these animals. They're beautiful, beautiful crocodilians that need our protection throughout their native range. Not just are they found in Florida, but they're found throughout the Caribbean, both sides of Mexico, and throughout Central and South America. They love crustaceans. They love, Ziggy. Good girl. They love crustaceans, they love mammals, they'll even eat sharks out in the ocean in the flat. So they're a beautiful, badass reptile, and I love them. Little Ziggy's probably about 2 years old now, and she's getting ready for her new setup. She's living in this like 7-8 foot long waterland tub custom for crocs and turtles. Great for her. But now, she's getting so big that at the future facility, she'll be getting her own outdoor pond. I am so proud of this crocodile. I love her so much. I love it so much. So proud of you. You want some more shrimp, Ziggy? I'll give you one more shrimp. Let me see. Ziggy, you ready for some shrimp? Ziggy, let's try one more time. You ready? Good girl. That's a good shrimp, right? Good girl. She is the sweetest little crocodile in all of the world. I'm going to take her, let her go back to her pond. She can go bask, enjoy herself, and now we're going to be taking care of some other animals. But before we do that, we're going to take care of the yellow anacondas. But first, let's give Bridget, the broad snout that came in, some delicious shrimp. Bridget! Let's see if she takes it. Bridget! It's right next to her face, her favorite meal. Delicious shrimp with the peel still, so they get some calcium. Ooh, that's some tasty stuff. I'll put a couple more in there. You gonna go hide now? Put some more shrimp in there so she can eat it later. Let's close this up and move on to the next thing. So, beautiful people, we're going to be taking care of the yellow anacondas. Not all of them. All of them look pretty good. My male's going through shed. You can see he's very, very opaque. I already took care of the water. It's nice and clean. There's no poop in there. Then if we look down, it looks like the big female yellow anaconda has gone to the bathroom a couple times. The male at the bottom has not, because I just cleaned that yesterday, so we just have to take care of this big, beautiful female, and then we're going to go ride some dirt bikes and have some fun. And then after that, I'm going to give Kevin a little stretch in the snake room, let him on the loose a little bit in the snake room, let him stretch out so I can clean his enclosure. So I'll see you guys momentarily. Let me cook up the rest of the shrimp on the body so I can have a good meal, some good taco. See you in a minute. Looks like we've got ourselves into a spicy situation. Whoa! 305 snake cleaners. Alright, let's get into it. Guys, we gotta take out this big, beautiful yellow anaconda. Big female. She's just soaking in that water right now. This is the easiest it can be to take her out when cleaning her enclosure, because when I actually have to grab on her, she's trying to bite me all over like crazy. Is she a mean snake? No, she's defensive. And we say this in every episode. We have to emphasize on the fact that these animals want nothing to do with us. This snake is put in a situation where I have to confront the snake, I have to handle the snake, and in retaliation she bites back at me. So I forgive her. I don't think she's out for blood or anything like that. She just wants her peace. Because look at her, she's comfortable in that water, she's minding her own business, and she's not trying to bite me. Now what we're going to do is take out all this delicioso spicy queso cheese, also known as feces. So let's get all that out of there. It's kind of gooey and ooey and oh mamma mia. Let's put that closer to the cage so we don't drop it on the floor. So let's get off all this stuff. Really nasty. You know, there's a common misconception that all yellow anaconda poop is yellow, but it's actually brown sometimes too. Alright, let's get all this stuff out of there. I'll see you in a minute. Alright guys, we got it taken care of. We're just going to put the fresh mulch in there to cover up the spot where all that poop was. Good to go, everything's taken care of, nice and clean, fresh mulch.
We're gonna let her soak in this water. I'm probably gonna have to get her fresh water because it looks a little extra yellow. I'm not just talking about her coloration. She may have gone to the bathroom in this, but once she leaves this container and starts basking on the side, then I'll change this out for some fresh water. But there she is, she's hanging out. Look at her face, do you see her face? She's such a beautiful snake. A snappy one too, so let's get her into the enclosure, nice and secure. There we go. All right, let's get the lock on that. And nice and secure. Did you hear that, Fish and Wildlife? It's secure. All right, so we're good to go. Everything's nice and clean. Perfecto. My anacondas are nice and happy. I gotta sweep the floor, but I'll do that later. Because right now, it's time to bike. Dirt bike. All right, let's go. Oh, it's Valentine's Day. I don't have a Valentine. But I got a dirt bike. Will you be my Valentine? Well, really? Oh, will you look at that? All right, beautiful people. So it turns out I have a little more to clean than I thought. The Chinese sharp-nosed viper, the Dinocystrodon, this beautiful species of viper that lives out in Southeast Asia, has not eaten this chick over here, but also it's gone to the bathroom and it's shed. Ooh, and it's shed. You see how quick it moved to the side? Picking up my heat signature from my hand. Their heat pits are huge. If you get a good look at right next to the eyes, right in front of those eyes, you see those great big heat pits. This snake is so accurate with its strike. It's so athletic. It is not the snake to make a mistake with. So what we have to do is get this snake out of the enclosure and do a nice deep clean, taking out everything. New paper towel, fresh water, giving it a good clean because he's currently even sitting on some poop. Be very gentle with the snake. Look at that beautiful species. This animal is probably the prettiest and gnarliest looking when it comes to its coloration because most of these Chinese sharp-nosed vipers are usually like a beige color with chocolate. This one's like black with red and it almost looks like a black-headed bushmaster with that beautiful pigment. That is an insane snake. There is a lot of respect. Now, this snake, although it's in a small neodesha cage right now, I will be putting it into a big, beautiful bioactive setup at the new facility because these guys like wet habitat that's kind of like swamp. Not super swampy, but nice, damp, low force floor. And I think that would be awesome to replicate for a big bioactive setup. Maybe like a 4-foot bioactive setup, something really massive and beautiful for such a beautiful snake. All right, so we gotta clean this. Looking nasty, gotta get new water. Gotta take out this spicy meatball right here, and then there's a dead chick, but we'll ignore that because that's extra gross. Wrap it all up like a nice Mexican tortilla. Let's get this clean with chlorhexidine. It's already diluted with water, so it's nice and sanitized. We don't want any bacteria building up in our snake's environment because that will lead to diseases, infection, all that nasty stuff. Oh, looks like Allison took a nice spicy meatball right there. Oh, she is so beautiful. Oh, Allison. Looks like your bowel movements are going well. Good for you. Me? Not so much. All right, I'm gonna go get some fresh water. I'll be right back. I'll see you guys momentarily. Fade to black! All right, guys, we've got our fresh water. Now we're gonna sanitize this enclosure. Make sure every little inch of it is clean and sanitized. Beautiful, beautiful. I could eat off of that, but I'm not going to because I'm full. I don't need to eat. Okay, so let's put the substrate in there. We've got just paper towel. Nice and simple for this snake until we get it into a beautiful bioactive enclosure. Get that water bowl, full of fresh H2O. All right, let's get this beautiful snake back where it belongs. All right, let's do this. Hey. Already targeting my hand. This snake is already fired up. I'm just gonna go nice and smooth because like I've said in the past, we don't want to become the enemy of these beautiful snakes. We want them to understand that we're not trying to hurt them, and that we're just trying to work with them comfortably. Ooh. Danger, danger, danger. Woo! You do not want to make a mistake with this snake. As you saw, it shot up when I had it by the tail. Easy to make a mistake. You got to keep your eye on the snake at all times. It could have taken that split second just to get tagged, so it's a good thing. You always keep your eyes locked on the animal whenever working with them. Doesn't matter if you work with lions, bears, crocodiles, snakes. You always pay attention to the body language of the animal. You never take your eye off of them. Let's get the rest of that body in there. There we go. Little tail wiggle as it goes in. Beautiful snake. Very defensive snake. Let's get this nice and secure. There we go. Woo! I'd say the snake makes me sweat, but it doesn't really. It's just the AC right now. All right, let's get the snake back up over here. Nice and clean, and now we're gonna be taking care of our big, beautiful boy, Kevin. Looks like Kevin needs to get cleaned up. He's got some fecal matter in the corner, also known as a spas. Okay, I'm not gonna do it anymore. He doesn't want to hear it. All right, so we're gonna be cleaning him up. I'm gonna let him stretch out, get some exercise. We're gonna let him on the loose here in the snake house. It's nice and secure. We have a snake-proof room, so it's time to let the king out for a little stroll. I'll see you in a second. All right, beautiful people. Kevin's up at the front checking me out. He's ready for his stroll, so let's get him out. Give him some fresh water, make sure his enclosure's nice and cleaned up. I took a little bit of the stuck shed that he had around his hood and around his bottom jaw. I took it off, and you guys can check that out on the Patreon episodes. But he's still got a little more, so if I can actually get it off with my hands, I'm going to. So let's see what we can do. He's got a little gunk around his nostrils, and I can pull off his scales right now that I'm wanting to do it. He's a little upset because today there were a lot of guests out here hanging out at the snake house. And, you know, typically when they see people up close all the time, people like to move around a whole bunch and upset the king cobra. We always tell them to leave Kevin alone, leave the kings alone. But then again, no matter what, you're still going to have people walking through, and the kings might get a little upset. Oi, big boy. All right, so what we're going to do is let him stretch out, crawl around, check everything out. I'm going to clean his enclosure. Just got to keep him from going under anything. Big boy. Oh, he's such a beast of a king cobra. You know, I treat him a bit different than I treat Justina because I know he's not on guard all the time like Justina is. Justina's just way more defensive. Him, he understands I'm not really trying to hurt him. When I first started working with him, he was a bit snappy, and he can still be a bit snappy because he's still a wild animal. But he's not as bad, so he might see me do some things I want to do with Justina. So I'm just going to take out all this nasty stuff. We got a bunch of poop in here. Take out some of this wet mulch so it doesn't get too humid. Get all this nasty stuff. Alright, we're going to sanitize the inside of this enclosure real good. Make sure we kill all that bacteria so he's not sitting in there with all that nasty stuff. Alright, so we got some fresh water, clean enclosure. Kevin's good to go. We can put him back. Big boy! I can't wait to get this guy into his new walk-in enclosure. He's got so much good stuff coming his way. Let's gently... Ooh. He's a little upset. Notice his colors are fiery as can be right now. We're in February next month, and the month coming up is March, and that's usually mating season for king cobras, so his colors are becoming more vibrant. They change color when they go through the mating season. All that testosterone, they're looking beautiful for the ladies, and also with all that testosterone, they're getting a little too look at me, and defending their territory. So that's why when Kevin first came out, he came out with his mouth open, being a little more defensive than usual. So he's got these big, beautiful chevrons popping right now because of the mating colors. And he's also a little cranky because he's wanting some love. Right, Kevin? Beautiful beast of a king cobra. Let's get him back into his enclosure. There we go. And he can go back to what he was doing. Such a beast of a snake. He's got so much good stuff coming his way. Perfecto. Let's make sure we lock this. Oh, buddy! That's definitely a sign he's getting ready for mating season. He's just like, bring me a girl now! Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Make sure to check us out on Patreon because we have exclusive content we don't post on the channel here. We have a cool video where we're taking off the skin of the chin of Kevin the King Cobra, and it's only on the Patreon page, so check it out. We also have the Chandler's Wildlife merchandise, so go check out the new website. We have new logo. Check this out. BAM! Chandler's Wild World. This is the first Wild World logo that we got for the facility, so this is the merchandise we're selling for the facility, where we're going to be giving the private tours, where we're going to keep our giant crocs, where we're going to have all this badass stuff. Are you ready for CWW, brother? This is gonna be the craziest, most, give me a word.
Most insane
wildlife park you ever stepped foot in, brother. You're gonna walk through the pearly gates and think you're entering a movie like Jurassic World or Jurassic Park, but no, you're entering CWW, Chandler's Wild World, and you just entered the octagon, brother. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Stay beautiful, stay safe, and most of all, stay gangster, brother.